Good morning, everyone. Now, in the previous class, we discussed the displacement time and the velocity time graphs. Now, today we will discuss a new topic, which is the equations of motion. Now, what is this equation of motion? Let's first understand this. Now, what are equations of motion? Now, these are the set of equations that gives us the relationship between various parameters, or I would say the physical quantities that describe the motion, right? Equations of motions वो equations हैं जो हमें अलग अलग physical quantities के बीच में क्या रिलेशन है, कैसे ये अलग अलग फिजिकल क्वांटिटीज आपस में रिलेटेड है, ये हमें समझाते हैं. नाउ ये पैरामीटर्स कौन से हैं जिनके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं कि इक्वेशंस ऑफ मोशंस इन पैरामीटर्स को आपस में रिलेट करते हैं. तो ये पैरामीटर्स हैं वेलोसिटी, टाइम, acceleration and displacement. So ये 4 पैरामीटर्स हमारे पास हैं जो जिनके बारे में आप ऑलरेडी पढ़ चुके हैं. इन पैरामीटर्स को आपस में रिलेट करती हैं इक्वेशंस ऑफ मोशन, राइट? सो वेलोसिटी, टाइम, acceleration and displacement, these are the 4 parameters that are related by using equations of motion. So in other words, we can say that equations of motions help us to establish a relationship between these 4 parameters. Now these equations of motions, they are of 3 types, and let me tell you one thing, guys, that these 3 equations of motions, they are valid only and only for those objects which are moving with uniform acceleration, right? All those objects which are in uniformly accelerated motion, the objects, the bodies which are traveling with uniform acceleration. So only for them these 3 equations of motion are applicable. Okay, and if an object is moving with constant velocity, okay, that means constant velocity means acceleration is 0. Then we will simply use this formula that displacement is equal to velocity into time in order to calculate the displacement, or I would say in order to know the relationship between velocity, displacement and time, because in that case the acceleration is 0. Okay, so let's now obtain these 3 equations of motion graphically, because we need a graph to derive these 3 equations of motion. And here we will consider the case of velocity time graph for uniformly accelerated motion. Okay, but with one difference, here we will not take the initial velocity of the object to be 0. Rather, we will take the initial velocity of the object to some value. We will consider that yes, initially the object has some initial velocity and then the object is undergoing uniformly accelerated motion. So let's draw a graph for this. So we have a velocity time graph which is uniformly accelerated motion like this. Okay, and the three equations of motion that we have are, the first one is V is equal to U plus AT. V is the final velocity. V is the final velocity. U is the initial velocity of the object. Correct? A is the acceleration of the object and T is the time of the object. Now we are calculating the final velocity in terms of initial velocity and acceleration and time. So here we are having velocity and time relationship. So we will say that this equation has a name. This is the velocity time relation, because here we are relating the final velocity with the time. Second equation that we have is S is equal to ut plus half at square, where S is the displacement. This relation is called as position time relation. And the third equation that we have is V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. And this is called as the position velocity relation. And students, in your exams, out of these three, any one usually comes by the name only. Like they will give you a question, derive position time relation. So that means you have to derive the second equation. Okay, if they say derive the position velocity relation, that means you have to derive the third equation of motion. Now, let's begin with the derivation one by one. Now we have the graph with us. So let's name this graph. What we do, we draw a dotted line over here and over here. And we also draw a line over here. And let's name it. Let's say O, A, B, C, D, and this point as E. Okay. Now, this is the initial velocity with which the object is traveling. So let's write down some points over here. OA and CD, or I would say DC. This represents initial velocity, U. Okay. So this is time in seconds. And now this is U. Okay. Then after this, the object has undergone uniformly accelerated motion, and at reaching point B, let's say the final velocity is V. So we can have OE equals to dB equals to the final velocity V. Clear? Now, if this is U and this entire is V, so what about BC then? this becomes v minus u. V minus u. Correct? So we have CB equals to AE equals to V minus U. Correct? And one more thing is OD is equal to AC. Now in the x-axis we have plotted time. So OD represents time. So OD is equal to AC equals to T, the time. Okay, so let's now derive the first equation. V is equal to U plus AT. Now we are aware that acceleration is given by the formula change in velocity upon time taken by the object, right? So change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity upon the time. This is the definition of acceleration, that is rate of change of velocity. So we can do shifting over here. AT is equal to V minus U, and VU can be bring here. So U is this. So this is the first equation. V is equal to U plus AT. So let's now derive the second equation of motion. S is equal to UT plus half AT square, which is called as the position time relation. Now we can see that on LHS we have S, the displacement, and we have already discussed that if we need displacement from velocity time graph, then we should calculate the area under the graph. So we will calculate this entire area which is there in this velocity time graph. Now there are two ways to calculate this area. Either we can take this triangle plus this rectangle, or we can also take the area of this trapezium OABD. So I'll take the area of triangle plus area of rectangle. Okay, so we have S is equal to area under VT graph. Okay, so let's calculate this area. So S is equal to area of triangle ABC plus area of rectangle OACD. So area of triangle is half, base is AC into height is BC, and area of rectangle is length into breadth. So length is OD, breadth is OA. So we put these values. Half AC is over here, AC is T. BC is V minus U plus OD is here T into OA is here U. So we can see that one part is there, U into T. Now we need A, we don't need this V minus U. Now we know that acceleration is V minus U upon T. So we can calculate this value V minus U from here, which is 80, and we put it over here. So we get half T into 80 plus T into U. So this can be written as S is equal to UT plus half A T square. So I guess this is the easy derivation that we get over here. Now the third equation of motion is the position velocity relation, which is V square minus U square equals to 2AS. Now, if we see this here also, we have displacement. That means we have to calculate the area under the velocity time graph. So we again use the same method, area of triangle ABC plus area of rectangle OACD, and we have substituted the respective values. Now, if we look carefully at this equation, nowhere there is a term of time. T कहीं भी नहीं है पूरी इक्वेशन में. So that means यहां से हमें टाइम को हटाना पड़ेगा. We don't need it. So how we can eliminate T? We will use the first equation, A is equal to V minus U upon T. And from here, we will have T as V minus U upon A. So we will put this value of T over here in this equation. So let's see what we get. S is equal to half V minus U upon A into V minus U plus V minus U upon A into U. Now A, the acceleration, it can be taken out, and I'll shift it to the left hand side. So AS is equal to half. Now V minus U, दो बार है, so V minus U square plus V minus U into U. Now we can use the formula A minus B whole square, which is A square plus B square minus 2AB. So let's do it. So AS is equal to half A square plus B square minus 2AB. Plus, we will open this bracket also. So we get UV minus U square. So let's open the brackets and solve. So we get AS is equal to V square by 2 plus U square by 2 minus UV plus UV minus U square. What we can do, we can take 2 as LCM. So AS is equal to V square plus U square minus 2UV plus 2UV minus 2U square upon 2. Correct? Now this 2 can be taken to LHS. So we get 2AS. This is equal to, now minus 2UV and plus 2UV gets cancelled up. So we are left with V square plus U square minus 2U square becomes U square. So this is the third equation of motion derived graphically. And students, let me tell you one thing, that for all the three equations of motion, we will use the same velocity time graph for uniformly accelerated motion.